Hello friends, welcome back to our channel Arcade Data Labs, and today we are going to see the second part of the video that we have already covered for creating a chatbot application. So today we are going to cover like the second half of how are we going to create a chatbot. So in my first video I have created couple of things while in Amazon Lex software service in Amazon management console. So let me take you through like previously like what are all things that we have seen so far. We have created a bot, and then we have created an intent. We have created an intent called pizza order, and then we have also created couple of slot types as well. So if you go here, I might have covered you like how to create a slot type for these accordingly for creating a couple of slot types while creating a chatbot application. So we have now have couple of slot types like appetizers, pizza crust, pizza type. Let's say like if you go here inside, there are like all the values are being populated. If you can still add, you can even add all the values accordingly. So don't worry about that. So now I am just going back to the slot types, and then there is an intent type. I'm going to intents, and now I'm going to add couple of things here. So while going into intent, you have a couple of things. So I will show you this conversation flow after that, maybe once we set up all the necessary configurations, and these contexts are optional and it's not focused more on that. And then there is something called utterances, as I have already told. This is something like when a user is actually planning to send a message in chatbot initially, what could be his request. Let's say he can say hi, he can say hello, or he can say even hi, I want to order a pizza, like that. So some customers, right, so they will just they will be stick to point. So like this, there can be any combination that you can even feed here, that if that is something actually resolved, the chatbot will automate all the response and will publish you. And then moving on to next, what should be the initial response. Let's say thank you for choosing Pizza World. Okay, let's say Pizza World in our case. How may I assist you? So this will be prompted whenever a message has been typed to chatbot by a user. Okay, let's say like the conversation goes with, let's say hi. Okay, immediately the chatbot acknowledge the user's request and prompts with the message called thank you for choosing Pizza World. How may I assist you? Okay, and then there is an important thing here we want to actually look into. That is something called slots. We have already seen slot types. We are now going to see some more additional things than slot types, that is nothing but slots. So these slots are nothing but whenever a user is actually initiating the conversation, maybe like he can just ask us what type of pizza you want, or when, or like what type of crust you want, or at what time he want to deliver the pizza, and all those things can be configured accordingly in the slots. Okay, we have already covered slot types, so we may need to use that slot types in the slots, so that like whenever a user requests, the answer will be prompted out. So let's say how are we going to add a slot? Simple. So now let's say initially we want to ask a name, right? So what I will do, I will put like name, and then there are like couple of inbuilt Amazon providing data types. So in that I am just going to select first name. Let's ask a prompt like may I know your name please. Okay, we are going to ask a question. We, in the sense, chatbot automates this question and pushes to the application and whenever a user is requesting. So we will be seeing in the conversation flow as well. So I have added one slot. I'm still going to add couple of slots here. So one for pizza type. So here you want to simply choose this pizza type. Okay, okay, we are going to use hi, and then the name is actually feeded into this chatbot by the previous slot. We have a name, right? Already the first one we have created. We are going to get the value, and here we are going to put, let's say the name is Rajesh. Hi Rajesh, what pizza, what type of pizza we are going to order? Let's say okay, this question will be prompted whenever a pizza type has been prompted out. Okay, so hi Rajesh, what type of pizza would you like to order? this will be given couple of answers like Italian, or whenever a user requested with Italian or Mexico or Indian, this will be again prompted. So we are going to see in while testing the application. Next, pizza crust. As we already know, we have a crust. Sure. Let's say we'll take this value, the pizza type. Let's say like if a user is requesting for Indian, are you going with Indian pizza? Thick. We have like couple of options already. We have feed it, right? Thick or thin. So we just want to let the user know like what type of crusts are available in pizza world. So I'm just going to ask this, and then appetizers. So I'm going to yes, appetizers are being prompted here. Sure. You have selected. Let's say we will add both pizza type and pizza crust. With pizza crust. So automatically pizza type and pizza crust values will be populated here. Do you need Coke, cake, or Pepsi, like that? Still, I'm just adding this question again. And one more thing, so we have added as many number of slot types here. Even still, if you want to ask a couple of questions based on the user's request, you can still go, and n number of slot types can be configured and slots can also be added accordingly. Now I'm going to add one more thing called delivery time. So we may need to ask the user when it could be delivered at their premises. So there is an inbuilt Amazon provided data type. I'm just going to select the time. Okay. At what time pizza would be delivered to you? Okay, I'm just asking a kind of question or a prompt to the user. So he will be requested with the answer. So what he should be prompting with the answer? Let's say if you want to customize this, right? Let's say you want to have a kind of customer, let's not interested to type it out anymore. So it's up to them to decide, like based on the switch button we can even trigger. Let's say we want to cut short the timings that you want to. Let's say how you can still advance these kind of options is you can still create a button. Maybe how I can go, if you go on still, there is a slot prompts and there is a bot elicits information. Just click on it, and there is something called more prompt options. You can go ahead, and then you can still see there is an add button, and then try with add card group. And if you come down, there is a buttons optional, and just click on add button. So I'm just going to add this delivery time. So I'm going to feed my time here. Let's say 8 p.m. So let the value be 8 p.m. I'll add this button. So as many number of values you can still add here. So I'll add 21 and let this be 9 p.m. I'll still add one more to the cart. Let's say it's 8:30. All right. So I have added a couple of buttons. I'm just going to update my prompts. I'm going to update my slot like this, right? So, and then comes, once you confirm every slots are being added, you still want to add a confirmation. Let's say like you are good. Thanks for ordering pizza type. All right. Pizza crust. Let's add all the values over here, and appetizers. Let's also try to populate the value from appetizers here. So whenever you want to get a value from the corresponding slots, you can just mention these braces accordingly. If the user says no, what you should be prompted, that also you can even configure. Thanks for choosing Pizza World. Happy to serve you next time. Let's say this thing will, when it will get happiness when the user is requesting, and when Pizza World is not something they are in a position to serve them, obviously the user will just definitely decline the response, so he will always say no. So if that is the case, a negative scenario, we want to even feed the options as well. And then comes the fulfillment. Let's not worry about it. So you want to always ensure that whenever you are feeding any value, just make it to active. And then there is a closing response. What we can do, thanks for ordering again in pizza world. Okay, your order is placed successfully. Okay, and will be at, you want to get the delivery time, so just try to have this delivery time variable feeded over here. Simple. So now what I'm going to do, okay, let me make this active as I said before, and you can even see the conversation flow as well as I said before. You can go ahead and see here. See, there are like, you know, a chatbot real kind of application will be initially triggered like this only. So we are going to do this in some time now. Before that, doing a build and test, I'm going to save my intent, so all the changes will be further saved accordingly. And then one important thing, before you test your application, you want to build your application. So I'm just trying to build my application. So once if the build is getting successful, I can even just simply test in my AWS console. Let's wait for this to get completed. So this is actually getting all the slots, slot types, intents and everything. So it is trying to build from all the resources in Amazon. So alright, so now we have successfully built our chatbot application, and it's time for us to test the application. So what would you like to have? So let's start our conversation. Let the user requesting with hi. So he has prompted a message, and absolutely, you know, the chatbot application has automated the response and prompted like, thank you for choosing Pizza World. How may I assist you? May I know your name, please? So what the user will be responding for this question? Let's say I'm just typing my name, Rajesh, and it has feeded the name into the next prompt. What pizza would you like to order, please, Rajesh? Maybe I can say Indian. So it has again prompted me with having the value incorporated. Would you like to have Indian pizza with thick or thin? Let me say thin. It is asking me again one more question like, would you like to have any appetizers, Coke or cake or Pepsi? Let's say Coke. Okay, and then it is prompting me that what time it should be delivered at your home. And maybe like, let me choose with the button 20:30 p.m. It is nothing but 8:30 p.m. That's the value. So it has prompted the value here as like whatever we have selected here. If we would have chosen any other time like 21, it would have thrown us 9 p.m. like that similarly. So now it has again sent us a message called, thanks for ordering Indian with thin, and appetizers Coke will be delivered at 8:30. Now let's say like, you know, if you want to again say kind of acknowledging their response, let's say okay, and they have acknowledged with their response again, thanks for ordering again in Pizza World, your order is placed successfully and will be delivered soon. So these are some of the kind of chatbot application which is absolutely easy to build in our Amazon AWS management console in your machines. So likewise, this is one example of how to order a pizza. Similarly, you can even try it out on your own. Like, you know, you are going to order a book in your bookstore, or something like you want to order a film, order a coffee, anything like that. You can take any use case as you wish, and you can just, you know, create the couple of intents, slot types, and feed all the slot types in the respective slots, and give the acknowledgement, confirmation, response, and accordingly whatever I have given here. So if you can able to see here, right, all these things are feeded as per our convenience. So this is what very easy to build our application. It's very easy to do, guys. So I wish you can also do it in your machine as well. So with this, we have come to end of the session. Like, we have come to know like how we can create our chatbot application in our machines. So thank you for watching this video. Please do subscribe to my channel if you want to keep watching these videos regularly. Thank you.